this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Christy's Beautiful Life, the 30 Days of Sketches number 6. And there is this sketch, and this sketch goes up on the 20th. So I took the heart factor and went and did a whole bunch of hearts instead. And it had a ton of stitching and stuff on it, so that's what I decided to do. I decided to do a bunch of hearts, and I will link the cut file where this came from. It is from the Confessions of the Paper Addict cut file shop, and I decided to hand stitch all of these little hearts with all of the thread, and I just did a regular back stitch. That's why I didn't show this particular one, because it's just a normal back stitch style hand stitching, and decided to go that way so that it covered all of these hearts that are on there. And then I do after that, all of this layout is pretty much, I feel, to what is done on the sketch. I do add some hearts and stuff in the other spots, but ultimately the photos talk for itself, and I just love how it turned out. So ultimately what I decided to do is that I wanted to mimic the photos. And the photos is so on the 16th, let me backtrack. So on the 16th you saw my daughter in the cotton fields. This was still on that same trip. So what happened was that the sky with no filter, no nothing, that was the sunset that was that I took while I was in Oklahoma. It was, I think, the night before we actually had to head back home was that photo. And then the other photo was of a book that I purchased, because me, the goofball, I got everybody ready, had Kaylin's stuff ready, had my husband's stuff ready, because he had college at this time that he had to take with, and I had to make sure that I got all of my grades and whatnot, because I told my family, it's my husband's side of the family that we had to go to. I told them, I said, we're in the middle of progress reports, so I've got to do college at least one of the days, or at least high school, I should say, or school, and graduate, you know, and grade and do all of that, so that that's done, so I didn't have to worry about it when I came home. But then I forgot all of my stuff that I needed for the road trip. So we stopped at a Walmart before we got too far getting to Oklahoma, and I picked up, I think, 3 books, and I read all 3 books from the time I left Georgia, got to Oklahoma, and then on the way back. And then obviously then I also hit up some of my Netflix stuff and whatnot on the trip. So I wanted to mimic that. Literally this book that I read, one of the books that I took photos of, which is called 5 Feet Apart. And it is an awesome book. I feel that you should read it, and then also go and read the book first and then watch the movie, because I felt it is a good young adult book. I just loved it. Well, ultimately at the end of the day, this photograph of the sunset and then the photo matched, like the color tones of everything. So I wanted to mimic that on this particular layout. And I am scrapping with a couple of friends, so if you see me kind of stop, you know why. But I just love, like I said, I just love how this one turned out. I think it's ultimately one of the best layouts for the sketches that came out, because it just sings to my heart. I think it's because of all of the junk that is going on with school and work and just life in general, that just looking at these 2 photos, although us going home was for an unfortunate funeral at that time, this has been a whole year, so it's not something that I just went home for, okay? I just want to throw that out as a disclaimer. This was all last year. And I felt, you know, that just looking at what the world is now and just everything, that this just sings to me, and I think it makes it feel, you know, just that much more awesome, you know what I mean, in that respect, even though I went home for, you know, an odd type of situation. So here I am, I'm pulling out, I am working in the September kit for the hip kit, and I just love this. Now, you guys are probably thinking, why are you not using this kit earlier? I didn't get it. Y'all, I'm telling you, the mail is crazy paisy. I know I've talked about this earlier, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. That's the reason why I've not been able to use this kit, was because it came so late in September. It is just nuts. So as you can tell, you see all of those hearts going down. Now the sketch called for one big heart with a ton of little hearts, and I just decided to use this particular cut file and released it all the way across the board and go that route instead. So I just love how this layout turned out. I love the hand stitching. I love that I used the darker colors on top and then the lighter colors down on the bottom for the tones of the flowers, or the hearts I should say. So make sure that you go check out everybody. I will link everybody that's on there. I'll link everybody that is doing this. I may have to go back later on because I am filming this over the weekend before, just because it worked out well in my schedule to be ahead, which is great for me. I like being ahead versus being never stressed, but you know, stressed to try to get everything done. I just finished up parent-teacher conferences the week before, and then I rolled into a 4-day weekend, and this is the 4-day weekend that I am filming and doing all of this. So it was nice to have a fall little break, because the next break I have is Veterans Day, and then our fall break of Thanksgiving, which I can't believe we're actually, you know, getting close to being like, holy cow, it's like, it's moving a lot quicker than I expected, I guess. I don't know why. I thought this school year would move a lot slower just because of COVID, but it's moving pretty quick. I mean, I'm in my second month of school, almost rounding to the point of getting into the third month. I mean, we're sitting, yes, I may be filming this stuff up on the 12th, but when this goes up on the 20th, I mean, we're only 11 days away, and then that's it. And whatnot. So I just felt like this is perfect. It works out well. I love using this collection. And like I said, I'm trying to do a little bit of castles along with my fall photos and try to get caught back up, because I told myself that I am not going to print out anything until all of my 2019 photos are done, and then I will print out any of my 2020 photos that I haven't printed out yet from the quarantine and everything. Those are going to get printed out then, and call it a day that way, because I want to get caught up. I'm one of them that I don't like having as many photos printed out, because then it looks too overwhelming for me. So I try to print, and I'll print in bulk. I have no issue printing in bulk. I'll spend, you know, it doesn't bother me spending like 50 bucks or something on all my photos. But I want to get all of these knocked out of the way and get caught up on that kind of stuff, and then print out. So a lot of the stuff that you will be seeing here from now until probably January, February is going to be all of my 2019 and 2019 photos, and then quarantine photos. So I did dip into my thread. I haven't used this in a while, and I don't know why. It's weird for me not to pull out my thread, but I started to pull it back out and work on that stuff and make it look awesome that way. Let's see here. And then I like that it says, let's get cozy, because I feel like you're getting cozy into, that you're getting like cozy into, what's the best way to look at, into a book while you're driving down the road. I thought that that was perfect for that. And then, yeah, so you'll see what my title is. I, decided to make the wood pieces, or the chipboard pieces, go into just regular pieces on my paper, just so that it's not too thick, because I've gotten pretty thick just where the photo's at with the amount of layers and that sort of thing. I mean, golly, I just love the way this looks. It's just perfect. It just things to me. It's just such a good layout. And I think, honestly, I've said it before, after doing that one layout that I had back on Sunday, last week Sunday, that was enough for me in itself. And so here I am, I'm playing with the title, and then I will come in with my splatters. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week, along with traveler's notebooks, all of this kind of stuff. I do design team layouts, collaborations like this, and just, you know, ultimately any type of photos. Make sure that you go check out everybody listed down below. I will obviously make sure that I'll keep the list updated once I see who has uploaded it and whatnot. Other than that, I hope that you guys are all staying safe. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm going to leave you with me fussing with my title and the splatters. Still shots are coming up, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!